Hello, Truth Seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, now you already know that enlightenment, spiritual awakening, or freedom from the mind is about dissolving the mind. And we are aligned with the path to dissolve the mind. Why? Because everybody is going through the mental stress. Everybody has fear in their life. Mental stress, fear is part of the mind. We are seeking the freedom, but at the same time, we're not able to succeed in dissolving the mind, dissolving the fear. Why? Because we are contradicting the path. Look, the contradiction is this. We are seeking freedom from the mind, but at the same time, we're not able to stop the mind. One of the examples is, notice how much you talk every day. Talking is about expressing the mind, isn't it? When you are continually expressing the mind, you're aligned with the mind. Isn't that a contradiction with the dissolution of the mind? Contradiction with the freedom from the mind. Definitely there are some important stuff to talk about every day. But that important stuff is not much, isn't it? But the rest of the talking is just mental diarrhea, isn't it? We talk so much because we think it's fun. We see fun because it creates a drama. The talking entertains us. That's why we continue talking. Definitely we think by talking we are also learning. Yes, definitely, from talking we can understand things. But most of the talking is just BS. Most of the talking doesn't even align with our essential needs. And because of this never-ending mental narration is making us not able to dissolve the mind. And without dissolving the mind, there is no true freedom. But we can change the result of failure to success by working in a way that we can turn our face towards the truth. And the work doesn't have to be extraordinary. We can use a simple work to face the truth and progress in dissolving the mind. I gave the example of how much we talk. Let's use that to reduce talking, so we can already have that sense of ease coming in life. So, we talk a lot. You ask yourself, why am I talking so much? Just sit with why. Why am I talking so much? If you ask yourself this question, you will see the reason behind your participation. The first few reasons are definitely important for you. Because you see, communication is important to make things flow in the world, in your life. But when it comes to spiritual freedom, freedom from the mind, you gotta go beyond the essential needs, beyond the importance you see. Going beyond means going beyond the preference. Going beyond the preference is going beyond the mind, and that's the way to dissolve the mind. So, ask yourself, why do I talk too much? And the why is going to give you the reason. The first reason that why you talk. Now, whatever answer is that, you ask, why is that important? And then the why is gonna give you the second answer. Again, on the second answer, you ask, why again? Why do I associate it with it? Why is that important again? And there's a third answer. This is the way to trace your mind. This is the way to trace the act of talking. And this way you can figure out the root cause of your participation. The root itself is a conditioning. You talk too much because it's a habit, it's a conditioning. And your life is already happening from that conditioning. And the example is, you're already talking too much, isn't it? So conditioning makes you talk too much. The conditioning itself is an ingrained belief in you that it is important to talk. So, once you find the root cause of your surface movement, which is talking a lot, then you have to dismantle the root as well, the ingrained belief that supports you talking. So ask why. Why do I have this belief in me? Because there's an answer if you stay with the why. And whatever answer comes in, keep going with the why to deepen your work. And this way you can go all the way back to dissolve your belief, where you end up with no mind. Now, this is just one example that you're tracing back, which is, figuring out why we're talking so much. Basically, you have to investigate all your ingrained beliefs in you, or your attachment, or your fear in you. And when you investigate your life, when you question your life in all aspects, that will help you to understand the nature of the mind. And when you are thorough in all aspects of the mind, you are creating a foundation for yourselves to see who you are. This is a must. We have to be thorough of the mind to see the plain sight truth. So today you trace your mind backward on why am I talking so much? And talking so much is contradiction to mental freedom. You already see that, isn't it? Truth, awakening to the truth, enlightenment, or freedom from the mind is about dissolving the mind. Talking is about expressing the mind. They are contradicting each other. Because of the contradiction, we are tracing the mind, tracing our action backward to figure out the reason to continue talking. So today you are working on that aspect of your life. You figure out the root, go further back and dismantle the root all the way until there's no mind is left. Try that. And this is a good thing about this journey. If you can figure out, if you can be thorough in one part, one aspect of your life, and go back all the way to figure out the root and dissolve the root, when you start to walk on the other aspect of your life, this first movement will make the rest of the movement, the inward movement, easier. And if you start to walk on the other aspect of your life, you will encounter the same stuff at the root, at the end. And when you recognize that, and when you ask yourself, who am I? And that who am I is gonna make you see who you are without the mind. And that is enlightenment, my friend. That is true awakening. That is freedom from the mind. That is freedom from the fear. So you can start with anything that is happening in your life, whatever situation you are in, or whatever you are doing, you see that as an addiction. Anything to be part, to see the truth, you don't need an extraordinary path. You can use your life situation, the moment, your moment that you're facing, you can use that to create an inward journey. You are facing the fear right now in your life, some of you. You are struggling. You have pain in your life. You don't know how to stop the mind. And there are many reasons. You are angry. You're mad. You're frustrated. You're embarrassed. You have lots of fear. So whatever is that, why do I feel so and so in my life? When the moment comes as a signpost, as a struggle, pain, or even joy, you don't deny that. You are witnessing your pain, you're witnessing your struggle, you can see your fear. Stop denying and utilize that and ask yourself, why do I have this? And just face it. This simple why is going to take you to figure out the root cause of the surface fluctuation, the surface contradiction. The surface fear. A simple path can lead you towards the unchanging truth. And when you see the unchanging truth, you become that. And your life happens from that. And you know how to connect the dots in the relative world. That is freedom within and freedom outside. Isn't that cool to get there? Where you can express your life without fear, without the mental drama. You know, that's going to be cool if you can get there. And it's possible to get there, but you have to put some effort to get there. Freedom is not free. Even the truth exists within you. We have so much conditioning. Conditioning is so much powerful that the conditioning has covered up, pushed the truth with the layers of the mind. And taking out the layers from oneself is a tough path, tough journey. And this journey is tough because you have to step back away from your fun. You have to give up your fun. You have to step back away from the fun to figure out the truth. And your ego itself won't like it to step back away from the fun. Why? Because the ego is all about the fun. Stepping away from the fun is no fun for the ego. Ego gets threatened by this path. And ego will do anything to avoid this journey, because this journey is about the death of the ego. Again, going back to the start of the video, we like to talk. We like to express our mind. Expressing our mind, being part of the drama is what? Ego participating. And reversing, not talking, is already stepping back away from the ego self. And you can only go back to some extent in the beginning, but you fail to stop the act because your conditioning is so strong. So even the conditioning is so strong, powerful in the individual, we can loosen the conditioning by the practice of self-inquiry. Self-inquiry will help us to see the root cause of our conditioning. And when you see the root, and if you dismantle the root further back until nothing is left, when you see the plain sight truth, then you can dissolve the conditioning. You don't have to be the prisoner of the conditioning. Yes, you can have fun, definitely. Post-enlightenment. Post-enlightenment is not about throwing away the fun that life provides us. It's about enjoying life anyway, so you can be part of the fun again. And self-inquiry will make us get there. So when you ask, why am I talking too much? Why I'm talking so much in my life? Is what? Self-inquiry. So trace back your habits and see what happens. Okay? I hope this makes sense to you to some extent. I hope I'm helping you. And if you see the help, support this channel through your subscription. Subscribe. It's free anyway. Yeah, that's all in this video. Take care for now. See you in the next video.